Shit doesn't come up. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm famous director Andy Gibbs. I've been working on a little passion project called Spike the Dwarf. This band has been together for only 5 months, but what I've heard, their sounds are impeccable when you compare them to other experimental rock bands like The Residents, Swans, Death Grips. Now, I'd like you to take a little trip with me on my journey with Spike the Dwarf. Enjoy.
Are we rolling?
Say your name and occupation.
Jeff Robinson. I'm the front man for Spike the Dwarf. It's a musical outfit. It's a group of guys who have stuff in common, but at the same time, don't get along too well. It's music, it's music. It's just not for everyone.
What are some of your musical inspirations?
A lot of indigenous music. I got this bootleg tape from the Sentinel Island from a big music head friend of mine when I was about like 13 years old. Field recordings, they kind of pioneered that. Spike the Dwarf started 5 months back. You see, I met Lenny at the county jail. Well, I was arrested for jaywalking, which I know is a bit of a lame crime, but I smoked while I did it, so Lenny was arrested for a breaking and entering of his own house.
Okay, hear me out. I was on 4chan, and this guy, he gave me this address. I turned the doorknob and it wouldn't open, so I just got my key and I unlocked the door. So I just like go in there and I start shit up. I just start throwing everything everywhere. And then I hear someone like screaming at me, and she was like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" And I just freak out. I just like quickly pull out my Glock and I just go bam, bam, bam. I realized it was my grandma, which didn't bother me too much because I never liked her. So I'm like, whose house is this? And it was only when the police started to arrive that I realized it was mine. Oh. Ah, thanks. Yeah. You know, I use this one on a lot of records.
I hear your band broke up after only 2 weeks. Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you why. Unprofessionalism.
My name is Holly, and I'm manager for Spike the Dwarf. The band is fine. I mean, they get the job done. Yeah, I met these freaks, players, and I was like, they'll attract a lot of attention. I have to make them dinner sometimes, but the food can't touch each other, so I have to separate it with these little kids' plates you get at Party City. I spend a lot of money on that. Generally, I like to wipe down anything that they touch. I don't want to catch whatever they have. I don't know where they've been, and I've tried to get them to shower, but God knows that it's a bit of a fight and they don't cut their nails, so I'd rather not be scratched. When they rehearse, I wear earplugs, so I don't really know what kind of music they play.
Do not get the idea mixed up. We were not a band. We were slaves working under one man's ambition. Like gross stuff, like just gross, just disgusting lyrics.
One of your lyrics on Mama's Man was, "I hope my girl has a BDSM fetish." What does that mean?
I'm really into wild sexual encounters with women my age. Spike the Dwarf has many meanings. It could mean like a dwarf, his name is Spike, or you're spiking someone's drink using a spike on a dwarf. Do you know what it's like trying to get a good rehearsal out of these, how do I put this? Idiots.
I'm Ronnie Six String, and I was the guitar player for Spike the Dwarf. That singer, he has a really big ego. I have no idea where he got it from. He sits in the corner, he comes up with these lyrics. I read them, like, what even is this? There's no context to anything.
And so why haven't you been able to play any of your guitars?
Because he stole my guitar.
Damn it! This is not how bands are supposed to play! You think this is how we make big music that pushes boundaries? No, I don't think so! Jesus, and you with that guitar just, is this really cool? No, it is not! That's not what I've been telling you to do! Ronnie, Six String. Only Ronnie bitch string. Can't do that. Shit.
My fault? No, not at all. Because they're unprofessional. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But I forgot the amp for my bass and my guitar's out of tune, and should I use a brush or a stick? I don't know! God damn it, I'm sick of it, shut up! They should know these things already. I mean, they have musical training.
My name is Meatstick. I am the drummer, or was the drummer, for the experimental rock band Spike the Dwarf. And this is my assistant, Hyperpuss 808. He was also in the band for a brief moment towards the end. There was a lot of turmoil. It was kind of like in my eyes, like a kid going through a divorce. This one time we were just like, you know, doing a set, and he just decides, you know what, I'm gonna pull down my pants and start pissing all over the equipment.
So would you ever consider getting the band back together?
No, dude. Okay. 3 famous words by Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Okay? And my dream is to be a poppy seed planter. If you really want me to join back into the band, it's gonna take a lot of things. Like, what's in it for me, really?
If I could finally get my goddamn guitar, I could finally get it, I can consider it.
The world doesn't need another pretentious experimental rock band.
So would you ever get the band back together?
I don't see why not.